Hi, everybody. This is the first Parents Corner on my son Alice Wu's YouTube channel. Alice Wu started this YouTube channel, Artistron, on December 24th, 2020. You may or may not know that Alice is a young man with autism. We created this channel, hope can use this channel to first show his talent. I understand that many parents with a child who has special need, no matter what age, are always struggled on what to do or is it useful to do it. I just want to give the family and the society some different point of view, views outside the boxes. I brought Alice Wu from Taiwan to the United States 15 years ago. Before and after we are in the United States, after I meet many people like Alice in both nations, many of them even in a better condition than Alex, I start to try to do the following three things. Number one, control his weight and make him healthier. So I always exercise together with him whenever I got time since he was 9 or 10 years old. Number two, push him to learn and practice music all the time. So one day he has the opportunity to entertain others or at least amuse himself. Number three, try to find or create something that he might be laying on in the future. It is really hard and sometimes frustrating. But as time goes by, you can see his improvements. He regained his confidence bit by bit and become what he is right now. I know he still has a long way to go, but now he can understand that he have to walk it step by step. I believe that people like me can do it. The most of you under the similar circumstance can surely do it and do it better. Secondly, I hope can use this channel as a platform to connect all our friends and family who need the first-hand information nationally and internationally, to support each other between Asia and the United States, and even around the world like one big family, so we can fight together with this enemy of which increasing rapidly in our world every day. In the section today, we'll welcome Mrs. Maria Henriette to join me in our first section. Maria is the senior attorney of Disability Rights California, California Protection and Advocacy System Legal Advocacy Union. Welcome, Maria.
Hi, thank you. Hello, everyone, and Mr. Wu, thank you for inviting me to speak.
Yes. Okay, we are going to talk about Alice's case, which just settled with the SSA office about how he was able to pay for his fair share of food and shelter with the money in his ABLE account. In this case, it's about my property tax. The A Better Life Experience ABLE account of 2014 allows states to create tax advantage savings programs for eligible people with disabilities. Designated beneficiaries found from those 529A ABLE account can help designated beneficiaries pay for qualified disability expenses. Distribution are tax-free if you use the qualified disability expenses. Maria, I just talked to some other parent who also work in this field about my case. And she just thinks, of course it is, but actually it took me such a long time and with so much effort. Can you explain to the audience why this new law and my case took almost 2 years to come to the conclusion, which you think will have a nationwide influence to the disabilities, individual, and family?
Oh, okay. Well, for adults, and that's anyone age 18 or above who are on supplemental security income, we know that as SSI, who live with others, it's important that the SSI recipient understand the concept of in-kind support and maintenance. There is a wonderful publication on this issue through Justice in Aging, and we can always give you the link to that publication. Justice in Aging is also another nonprofit organization. And so in Alex's case, he needed to meet his fair share of food and shelter in order for his SSI monthly benefit amount to remain intact. In other words, so that the SSI program would not make a deduction for in-kind support and maintenance. It's a dollar amount, because SSI would consider Alex receiving non-earned income in the form of in-kind support and maintenance if he's not meeting his fair share of expenses. So in Alex's case, he was able to use the money in his ABLE account and his SSI benefit check to meet his fair share of food and shelter expenses every month. And so by meeting his fair share of expenses every month, SSI could not deduct the in-kind support maintenance amount that they would otherwise do. So Mr. Wu mentioned the ABLE program. The program in California is called CalABLE, and you can actually Google CalABLE and get to their website, and they have all kinds of information on how to open an account. But, why this took so long, from what I gather, the reason for it taking this long in Alex's case to resolve was I think a combination of Social Security representatives perhaps not understanding the ABLE program, or also there may have been some miscommunications as far as the facts were concerned.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I start to contact the SSA office to build out the case in April 2019, and set up Alex's ABLE account in the late of May 2019. But I didn't start to do the submission and the withdrawing until the middle of July 2019. So you have to remember always to make your submission and withdrawing every month and have to do it on time. Just like you handle your SSI money every month. In the meantime, since I don't understand, and I think that most of the SSA staffs are not really understand this new law. So some of them said they don't see anything against it, but the others just told me it is simply not relevant and send me away. I just keep going back and try to provide them with more and more information. And I finished the request for hearing in August 2019. Thanks for Maria's help that we can finally help Alex to get back his SSI payment at the end of 2020. And I also need to thank the Congresswoman Judy Chu and her staffs who are willing to help us set up the appointments again and again with the SSA office. Congratulate on her being reelected to the Congress.
You know, Mr. Wu, you bring up a good point. If you are having problems with Social Security, any kind of problem, you can always contact your U.S. Congressperson for assistance. And you can actually Google, you know, who is my congressperson? There's a link to that, and you can actually find who your congressperson is, contact their office. Usually they ask you to fill out a form, you submit it, and they actually have liaisons in Social Security that they deal with in order to get, you know, matters resolved. And in this case, they were very helpful in establishing communication with Social Security and getting someone from Social Security to actually meet with us, although virtually we couldn't meet in person. We had our intent was to meet in person, but then COVID happened. After meeting with this person, we were able to resolve the matter. And so, like you said, Mr. Wu, Alex already, he now has his full SSI benefit because Social Security had deducted some money for in-kind support and maintenance. So it was a good outcome, although it took a little longer than it should have.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for your time. And can you give us something can take back with us today?
Yes, I think that for adults who are on SSI, know that you can use money in an ABLE account to meet your fair share of food or shelter expenses. There are all other kinds of qualified disability expenses that you can use your money in your CalABLE account for. So it's not just for food and shelter, but the main point here for this conversation we're having is look at the ABLE account to make that happen.
Okay. Can you let our audience know if anyone needs your help? How can they get in touch with you or your office?
Sure. My direct line is area code 619-814-8505. And my email is maria.iriarte at, and then it's all one word, disabilityrightscalifornia.org. Please note that Disability Rights California is the protection and advocacy system in California. And so we can only assist California residents. There is a protection and advocacy system in every state. And so there's an agency like us in every state. And you can go to a website that we could provide, or Mr. Wu could provide to the group, where you can actually find your protection and advocacy system in your state.
Thank you, Maria. I think that will be all for today's topic. And I will list all the resources that Maria just mentioned at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone can get something today. Next time we can prepare more useful topic and information for you. And we'll invite Maria to join us to give us more information from the legal side if she's available. Please leave your comments and use the email address in the back of this video to let me know if you have any suggestions or questions. Thank you, and see you next time. Thank you, Maria.